A big thank you to City Beauty for partnering with me on this episode. It's really frustrating. If you have been following this saga from the beginning, then you'll remember the infamous built-in that once lived here. Greg was oddly attached. I was not. And thankfully, most of you were on my side. Taking it down felt amazing, and what was supposed to be a fresh start quickly became one of those projects that just sat and sat and sat and sat and sat. It stared at me. It haunted me in my dreams for months, like almost 9. Other projects came up, life got busy, and I kept telling myself, I'll get back to it next week. Except next week somehow turned into 3 seasons and a full renovation in another state. But here's the thing, I have not given up on this wall. It might have stalled out, the vision may have changed and shifted a little bit, but now with the holidays creeping in, I'm determined to get it done before Christmas. As you can see here, we're almost fully framed, but we've still got a few key sections to tackle, like the arches and the TV cutout above the fireplace. But first, we need supplies. I'm almost completely out of usable lumber, but you wouldn't guess that if you went out and looked in my garage though. But we are making a quick run to the home improvement store, so I'm gonna go grab my keys and we're gonna get on the road. All right, we're here, let's go inside. So I'm getting some help loading up some of these items because they were up higher, they're big, they're a little camera shy, so I'll show you what I got in just a second. So what I've got so far is the drywall. We've got 3 sheets of that, and then we also got a bunch of pieces of the 2x3, and they were up high, or these are kind of awkward, and so that's why it helped me out with that. It's so nice that they're helping me out with that, but we still have some things that we need to get, so let's grab those. We need bendable corner round, so that's what we're getting for the arches, and then we just need some regular. So then we'll need, I don't know, like 4 of these without the bend. Actually, we might need 6. Now I just need a little something for the arches. I probably have something in my garage, but I just hate to like get home and feel like I didn't check. We're gonna just grab something cheap since it's gonna be covered up. So I'm looking at 2 options. Okay, so there's this piece for $17, and I think I can get all 4 arches out of that. It's not like super thick, it's only a 1/2 inch. This one's even a little bit thinner, and that one is $5. And so I'm kind of leaning in that direction. $5 is $5, it's so cheap, and I'm kind of thinking that's the direction I'll go. We need something for the front of our shelves, our floating shelves. I've ordered some on Amazon that are like already built, but just in case, we might build our own. This will be like the front of the shelf. There's kind of a lot of variation between these, so I gotta find 4 that kind of match. Here's our 4. Okay, now we're gonna get a bunch of like just really inexpensive furring strips, and this is to put like in the arch. We're gonna cut them down and to support the drywall that will be in there. So we're gonna just try to find the best ones we can, because these are kind of cheap looking. We need cement backer board, and there's hardy backer, which is really well known, but what we're going to be getting is Durarock, and the reason I like this is because it's a little rougher, which will be perfect for like the texture of putting on stone. From what I've seen, is a lot of them do scratch coats, and the hardy backer is more smooth, and so also it's a 1/2 inch thick, which matches up a little closer to our drywall, so that's why we're going to do that. I think we're doing pretty good on the supplies. Now I just need to go get some stain. Is it weird that I just love spending time and hanging out at home improvement stores? I just do. It's so much fun. I was kind of debating between the dark walnut and the hickory, but I think based on like some samples that the hickory is going to be a little bit closer to our cabinet color. And that's if the pre-finished ones that I've ordered don't work out. It would be really cool if I could do some pre-finished floating shelves, but we'll just see how that works out. They have not been delivered yet. Time to check out, and maybe we can even get a little help to load it in the truck. That's always nice, right? Okay, this is a little scary. I forgot to bring my straps, which I do know how to use, and I'm not very good at tying knots, so it's a little precarious. We do not have very far to go, and we don't have to drive super fast, so we're just gonna have to be real careful. So wish me luck. Okay, it's the next day. I ended up having to take some drywall back and exchange it, and then had some meetings. Life. So we are now going to really delve into this, and we really need to make a big dent in this project because we're heading out of town and I want to get as much done prior to that as possible. So what we're starting with is the thing that's probably intimidating me the most and also exciting me the most. So I figure why not knock that out before we take on this center area right here. We are gonna tackle the arches just because they make me a little nervous, and we're gonna just take the bull by the horns and just do this. I got some OSB and I'm realizing it's probably not enough to do both arches. We'll have to see how it works out. It depends on how we do it, I guess. If not, I think I've got some scrap wood in my garage that we can make do with as well. So we'll just see what happens. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this board. We need to cut it to fit in this space. Okay, we're gonna go cut this down on the table saw, and then we're gonna start making our arches. Of course, we need to protect our eyes. These are my Aaliyah safety glasses. They are kind of dirty, but they're really cute normally. So let's try to clean them up. They're ANSI certified 87.1 plus, so they're tactical grade, very, very strong, and very, very cute. They've got cheetah print on them. So much fun. They're made for us ladies. So here we go. Okay, so this is the width of our area. So from here, we're gonna need to make an arch, or two, or three, or maybe even four. So I'm gonna cheat, because I can. I have this arched mirror that's almost the exact dimensions. So I'm literally gonna just trace the top of that for our arch. If I didn't have this mirror to just trace, then I probably would find halfway mark and take a string with a pencil and hold it. The problem with that is like it might be even or it might not. It's a pretty good method, but this is more fail proof because it's finished and we know it's precise. So all I'm doing is making sure that it's kind of centered up and touching, and we are going to try to get all of our arches out of this. So and then what we do once we have this traced is I'll just lift this up, and then we have a jigsaw and we'll just jigsaw that off. These are the pieces we actually want to keep. This interior part is not as important. Okay, is that perfect? No. I think it'll be fine once we get it all put together. Okay. Okay, so now that we have these, we can use these as patterns for all the other ones. And we'll just go to this other side, and then we'll have to take like a circular saw and run it across. So these, we'll just actually try to get it as close as we can to use as minimal as possible. Okay, that's our cut line. We'll have a little half circle here. I'm gonna label these left, right. And we'll know that they're the patterns. A circular saw is better than the jigsaw because it will keep it nice and straight, which is kind of helpful. Then we'll just do this and use this as a pattern. Okay, there we go. Circular saw again. Back and forth, back and forth. Uh-oh. My battery just died. I don't know if I have a backup. Let's see. Okay, my backup battery only has 1 bar, so we'll see how far this gets us. Hopefully we can get a little ways because this is cramping my style. This is why you have to keep your batteries charged. Yep, nope, that's not gonna work either.
This isn't going well.
Okay, do I have a third battery? Third battery is the charm. This is why you always have backup batteries, folks. Now instead of chopping that off right now, I'm just gonna flip this around and use the other side. By the way, these are my Aaliyah cheetah print pencils. They're all blacked out. They're super cute. You can get those online as well. Okay. Last set, because we're doing 2 arches and we need a front and a back for each one. Okay, we have our arch. It's not very big because it's not a very big space. All right, pay no mind to the chaos behind me. But here's what we've got. I am trying to use as much scrap wood as I can to kind of get rid of the pile that I've created. So I have a couple of like random pieces, and we're gonna try to make back braces out of these ones. So for the back part that will touch like the frame. And then I have a whole bunch of these like 1x2 picket things. They're like little garden stakes or whatever. I thought we could use these in the arch to support the arch area. So we're just getting all kinds of creative using what you have. There's a good saying that I know that says, use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. I don't know if that's fully the case in ours, but we're gonna try to use what we have. So first of all, I'm gonna cut off this like weird pointy area, and we'll just see if we can get our braces out of what we've got here. I've got my measurements for the braces right here, and they're gonna vary depending on what you're building. So I think I can get 2 out of this. Oh, we gotta put the safety glasses on. Okay, we are going to kind of build the back part of these, and we're gonna just nail this into place. See how that fits. There we go. We'll do the same for this side. now that we've got the arches in place, we're gonna put their support brackets to help support the drywall. So things are not as square as I would like them to be, but we are making it work. We've tacked that one into place. I learned that if I use the full force of the framer on that, it kind of warped it a little bit. So I tacked it into place with like a brad nailer, and now I'm going to use the framing nailer now that it's where I want, and that will make it more sturdy. This is hard. Well, I mean, it's not that hard. It's just, it's intermediate. I don't know. Okay, I feel pretty good about this one. We've got that arch in. We've got like a little support back here in case we want to hang a picture or anything. Also, I left it open right here in case I eventually want to do like a spotlight, or if I change my mind. Right now I have like an art light that's going to go above it, but I may want that in the future. So there we go. Okay, both arches are done. They are not perfect. I feel like once drywall gets on them, they're gonna look really, really good. I am totally due for a break though, so I'm gonna take a break. Let's take a quick break to talk about something else I'm building up. Not just this fireplace, but my self-care routine. A big thank you to City Beauty for partnering with me on today's episode. You all know I'm very particular about what goes on and in my body, especially since what I do here often exposes me to things that are, well, less than desirable. So that's why I'm always drawn to clean, effective products that support my body, not stress it. So when I came across City Beauty, I was genuinely excited to give their formulas a try, and I have been so impressed. The first thing that I want to share with you today is their Essential Radiance Collagen Boosting Blend. It's vegan, physician formulated supplement designed to support your body's natural collagen production. And I love that it helps from the inside out, and it tastes really good too. Now for a little luxury. I have been using their line smoothing hydro mask, and it is such a treat for my skin, especially after a long day filled of dust, packed with antioxidants and hydrators that help smooth the appearance of fine lines and leave my skin feeling plump and refreshed. It's the kind of thing that makes a real difference. The other standout is their Lip Fix Plus bundle, which has become my go-to lip trio. It includes the City Lips Plumping Gloss, which is what I'm wearing right now. What I love about it is it gives you that fuller, hydrated look without that uncomfortable sting. You know what I'm talking about. The bundle also comes with Line Therapy, which soften the look of fine lines around the lips, and then also Night Oil, which I like to use right before bed, like after I wash my face. It's like the last thing I do before I go to sleep. It's super hydrating, and I've definitely noticed my lips looking smoother in the morning. Now, if you want to try them out for yourself, you can use my code TO THE9s to save 20% on your order. Just click on the link in the description box or click on the QR code. All right, I think we've had a long enough break. Now it's time to get back to the project. Break time's over, and now it's time to do the framing of the TV. We're looking so good. I feel like we're making some good progress. Once we get the TV framed out, that's when we can really make some like visual difference by bringing in drywall and starting on that. I'm so excited. This is gonna be so epic. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so here is our framing plan. Again, remember, so we are complete with the arches and the sides. Now we're gonna build this section here. So we have the TV box is going to be 20 tall by 36 wide, I believe. So we're going to do two side pieces. We'll frame those out separate. Then we'll do a bottom piece and a top piece. So we'll start with the two side pieces. the Amazon man just came, and I believe it's some pre-finished floating shelves that I ordered. If we can have them pre-made and factory looking finished, that would be awesome. If not, we'll make them. I just want them to look really polished. And so one way or the other, we'll get it, but I just thought we'd give this a try. So let's open it up and see if it's gonna work. Think those look pretty good. Let me bring over my cupboard. The only thing I don't like is I think this is way more shiny than it needs to be, but that is something we could actually fix if it matches. You guys, I think this could work, but do you see how this is like super glossy and this is not? So what I think I could do is just do a kind of more matte finish on it. But what I love about this is it comes with the hardware. So we just mount this where we want it and slide it on, and then there we go. Cool. I do still have one other option coming that I feel like the wood looked a little prettier in the picture, but it was a little wider and I could cut that down. So I'm gonna defer like doing anything on these shelves until I get the other one. So super exciting though. I don't have to like build shelves, which saves me time, and that's amazing. We have a problem. Okay, both these went in a wonky. I think this one went in wonky because there was a knot and it kind of just shoved that out. This one, I don't know like if it's because the knot comes over, but it kind of shoved it out weird too. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that because these nails are not easy to get out. So I may just take a Sawzall and cut them off and then try to add another nail, or I don't know. We'll figure it out here. Okay, we're gonna try to be very careful here. Very careful. Okay, hopefully we can get it in another spot. Oh my gosh, that knot is causing... That means I'm gonna have to redo all of this. What in the heck? All right, well, that's it. Because of the poor location of that, I'm just gonna pop these off and go cut a new one. Let's see if we can get these off. That was weird. So we'll just go cut a new one of these because of that. That was so annoying. That was weird. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Man, that was a real bugger. Okay, but we've got it built, and framing is just simply building like a bunch of boxes, and that is our last piece that we need to now mount up there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clamp it into place on either side, just that way I don't have to like muscle it up because it's gonna be kind of suspending. So I'm gonna just clamp it into place and then nail it. blade stove. I need to switch it out and I've been avoiding it. I am totally running out of gas.
I mean, if you run out of gas, you're stuck.
But I'm gonna get some help to hang the panel up here. I wanna hang that with screws so that if we ever wanna take it down for whatever reason we can. And I can't hold it up and screw it in at the same time. And I'm tired on top of it, so. That should be on there really good. That's it for tonight, folks. I'm spent. I had like a couple more boards to put up there, but they're gonna take like not that much time, but I have no gas left in the tank. I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, so we're getting ready to leave to Utah. We're putting this on hold for just a little bit and I'm gonna bring you along with us. But our family, like one by one, has gone through like a little bout of stomach flu and I'm not feeling very good. And so I don't know how this trip is gonna go. I am gonna take you along with us. I don't know how up to filming I'm gonna be. I'm just pretty nauseous right now and just hoping that I can make the trip. So anyways, but when we get back, we're gonna pick this back up. Okay, we are here at Cougar Stadium for a BYU football game, and we are gonna have so much fun.
We are. Go Cougars.
Go Cougars. We're up for our conference championship next week, so this is fun. It's my family. That's the stadium. Oh yeah. Yep, time to go home. We are back and I did end up getting the stomach flu on the flight. It was pretty miserable and on Thanksgiving Day did not feel very awesome, but we survived and then obviously had a wonderful time at the BYU football game and it was just a good time. And so now we are going to finish up a couple of pieces. We need to put some support bars on the back of our arch niches. That will help with the drywall, that will help with the shelves and installing cabinets in a second. It's just a couple of boards and then we're gonna start drywalling, which is, we're closing this up. This is so exciting. We are making progress. I am just thrilled. But before we do that, I'm gonna do a little cleanup on the living room. Like this became a dumping ground. I didn't end up like taking out the furniture in here because I didn't really have a place to put it. Everything we didn't know what to do with has been dumped in this room now, and I'm going to try to clean that up before we start like sanding the drywall. I didn't feel like there was like a lot of dust, but once we start doing drywall and sanding the mud and all of that, that's gonna get dusty. So I'm gonna do a little cleanup. Then we're gonna do some plastic over the top of the sofa. We're not keeping these sofas, but we might until we find the right thing. So that's what we got going. Let's do some cleanup. Okay, now we're gonna do the back braces on the back of each of the niches so that we can start doing drywall.
A new home for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to
So what I'm doing is I'm tacking it on one side, then I'm leveling it off to make sure it's level, and I'm centering it on like where I want it to be. And then I'm just driving in some screws so it's more stable than just nailed in. So that is what we did here. All right, we're fully framed.
can't find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky.
It's time for drywall.
I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way.
Okay, we're gonna start the interior of this archway because we're gonna do the insides of both arches, and then we'll do some stuff on the front. Actually, we probably need to do the sides too before we do anything on the front. Wait, hold up. This looks off. Does this look off to you? I feel like it moved because when I did the studs, everything was plumb and level, but I don't know what happened. Maybe I'm crazy. Honey, can you come here, please? Does this side look off to you?
What?
Like this side. Does this look off to you? Like, because I feel like it shifted or something. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't look right. Am I crazy?
This is totally off.
Gosh.
Hold on. Do you have an L square?
Not right here. I have just like a carpenter square.
Honey, it's totally off.
Oh my gosh.
This piece is going this way.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is all.
I don't know what happened.
What's weird? So this piece is good. This piece is good. No. Honey, I think because there's so many pieces of wood, they've all like warped. Either have they been dried out, or like were these pieces of wood wet when you bought them?
I mean, these ones I think are the ones that sat for a while, and I had some that were warped, but they were like fine. Those ones were the fine ones.
Yeah, like so this, do you see how this is kind of pointed to the right? That over here. Do you feel that's kind of pointed to the right?
Yeah. I feel sick.
See how that's pointed to the right? Oh wait, look at this. Look. So this piece right here is about a 1/4 inch further this way than this piece. But down here, it's totally flush. So it's fine down here, it's perfect down here. Like the way you set it, it's perfect. But then it just goes off the rails up here. Oh wait, no, look, at least they're flush up here, but they're still going to the right. But what's, like the way that you have laid this down is perfect. But then up here,
I don't know what happened. I don't know if it twisted after the fact or if when I put the box up here.
see this piece right here? See how that's lifting?
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, this is going, the right and top of this is going this way. I mean, it's super sturdy. You've done a really good job. I think that you have
I don't know what happened. It's not a good job.
some warpage that has happened.
I feel sick. It's like this is never gonna end.
Are you gonna tear it down?
I don't know what to do.
Oh, honey, don't cry. Everything's fine. We'll do this. It's all good. We'll figure it out. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. We got this. Oh my word. This is easy.
It's
This monstrosity is still kicking your fanny. I told you you shouldn't have ruined the monstrosity.
kind of regretting it right now.
All right.
You guys, this is real life tears. It's really frustrating.
Perfect. 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 And then it just goes, yeah, do you see how the bubble is over to the right? And it's...
All right, folks. Well, I had hoped to end this episode drywalled, but we're ending it in tears.
We're gonna get through this together. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. This is where we get to support each other. So we will figure this out, and it's gonna be awesome.